$2 and a Happy Meal?
Yeah.
You didn't have. Tell us
The
about
dollar
that.
menu. Oh,
No, I know, but tell us,
yeah.
like, how is that possible? You were an owner.
Yeah.
You owned your stuff. How
So,
did you not have money?
yeah, that was Uncle Sam came to get that. IRS, bankruptcy, all that type of stuff. Like when you ever see those artists that they'll say, "Oh, Wesley Snipes owes the government 20 million." Wesley Snipes don't owe the government 20 million. Wesley Snipes might have owned the government 20,000. And what happens is, because of the way our laws are set up and interest, if you owe somebody money, they just don't say anything, and they allow it to lapse, and they allow it to accrue interest, which is at 11% a day.
A day.
Yeah. So if you imagine, if you had you did a movie, you made 20 million, and the taxes on that 20 million was supposed to be 2 million or 3 million or whatever, and something happens where you don't pay that tax at that time, that 2 million in taxes, once it lapses, and then it goes into 11% a day on $2 million, that's $220,000 every single day.
You know the
and
numbers.
Then 3 years later, they come back and they say, "Oh, he owes us, $30 million." Like, why? I don't owe you $30 million. And that's what happened to me. I made some bad choices with the people that were working with me. Some bad, they say lawyers watch your lawyers. I didn't have lawyers watching my lawyers, and something slipped through the cracks. And a little $50,000 advance that I was supposed to pay like $11,000 on didn't get taken care of. It went into default. They allowed the interest to accrue, and then over a period of 3 years later, they came back like, "Yo, you owe us $700,000 or whatever." So I did a publishing deal, and I gave away publishing to be able to pay unjust taxes, and I lost publishing. So that's where we got to all the DVDs I was going out buying on Tuesdays.
Gosh.
Every Tuesday was Music Tuesdays back then. Albums was dropping, CDs were dropping. I would go and I'd buy them. Later on, I was taking all them DVDs and CDs back, getting them up for pennies on the dollar, and I would take it and I was feeding my family. Nobody had to see that. Nobody was seeing that. That was part of the humbling process.
So how did you get it back? This feels like a story of Job, minus the death and destruction.
Yeah. I don't even know if we got it back. I think we got to a place of where realizing we never needed it in the first place.
Can you say that again? Because I think there are a lot of people chasing. I was saying, folks are exhausted
Yeah.
chasing things that mean absolutely. There was a conversation I had last night too.
Yeah.
Chasing things when the truth of it is you need none of that.
Yeah, listen, it's counterfeit, and counterfeit always comes before the real. And I think about this. I would go have clothes made for Soul Train Awards. I spend $15,000 on a Python jacket and stuff that I can only wear one time.
Because they seen that before.
Because they seen it.
Right.
It's on the cover of Jet magazine.
Right.
Now, you can't go, showing up to church wearing that next week. You know what I mean? So I had all these different things that I had acquired that seemed like they were cool things at the time I could never use again. Rather than spending $15,000 to buy some property or buy some land, because Grandma said they ain't making God ain't making no more land. But instead of investing and doing really, really wise things, I put into things and shoes and watches and stuff like that. And then one day we had a house fire and it all burnt up. And
the Python jacket?
Everything burnt up, lost everything. And all we had was each other. And from close friends at church had to come and give us money to go to Target to get draws and to be able to have a place to stay. Like, we got to that place of realizing all the stuff that we had, we still had each other. We had love. We had our family. We had our kids, and the other things that were counterfeit. So from that standpoint, that's the lesson that we had to learn, that, you can have everything in the world and not have God and be bankrupt, or you can have God and not have anything and be the wealthiest person in the world.